Hello everyone, welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV on the Social, our new interactive social media show where we answer questions sent in by you on Twitter. My glamorous assistant again, Steve-O.
Glad to be back, mate, glad to be back.
Right, should we get cracking?
Yeah.
Right, the first one I have here is from Jared J. Steele. And it says, does Mark Noble get a lot of unfair stick from some supporters?
Yeah, without a foul.
Yeah, but I think sometimes he does as well.
Yeah. I ain't Noble's biggest fan.
No.
I think people who watch post-match pint know that. But he does get a lot of stick that he doesn't deserve. And people pick him out. And I think Ryan was right a couple of weeks ago on post-match pint when he said it's now more because he's captain.
Yeah,
he's an easy target because he's captain and he's meant to be the man leading the team. I think that's why he gets a lot of criticism. Sometimes he does things that annoy me, but
yeah, I mean sometimes he does have a bad game, but then who doesn't?
Exactly.
Who doesn't? Exactly. And I thought today against Liverpool,
he stepped it up massively today.
Seems to be when he's got the players around him like Song, Payet, and Lanzini. It's because he's got those players around him. I think when they're not there, I think he tries to maybe overdo it. Yeah. Maybe try and do too much, try and be too cute.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to agree with you.
But when those players are there, I think he can just get on with his normal game. Mm-hmm. And as we saw today, he was quality today. Yeah. Well, they all were, the whole team.
Yeah, the whole team.
So yes, we think he does sometimes get some unfair stick. Luke Stevenson. It says, is James Tompkins a better right back than a centre back?
No. Against Liverpool, it showed he gets drawn inside too much. His natural position is centre back. Don't get me wrong, he's performing absolutely brilliantly at right back.
Yeah.
But his natural position is centre half. Again, I think you lose that attacking. Even though he did get forward against Liverpool, you do lose that attacking emphasis of a modern day fullback.
Yeah.
Getting forward, putting crosses. A bit like Creswell, and Jenkinson last season. He ain't done it so much this season, but look at Creswell against Liverpool. He gets forward, he put crosses into the box.
It's almost like having two wingers, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And that's the modern day fullback is. You're a winger.
Yeah. As I've said before, I like players to play their natural position. I don't like square pegs, round holes. And I don't know. I'm a little. You're saying like that's the modern. I'm a bit old-fashioned. I like my defenders to defend. Having been a defender myself, I like defenders to defend. But I think he's definitely a better centre back than right back. Not that he's put a foot wrong at right back, but
wrong, and he didn't do nothing wrong against Southampton at left back.
No,
but as we said last week, I'd rather see a proper right back at right back.
Yeah. So hopefully, it might be the sort of kick up the arse for Jenkinson.
That's it.
And he'll up his game now. He knows that he's not guaranteed the right back spot,
which is what we need. Competition all over the pitch.
It's sort of a two-parter really. From Zus Bor. First part is Jelavic any good?
No, not anymore.
No, he's not the player he was 4 or 5 years ago.
The player he was when Everton signed him, he was decent, and when we were rumoured with him, he's just not got legs anymore. And to be fair, he hasn't been given a chance.
No,
and I don't think he's going to get a chance.
Don't get me wrong. When he's come on, he's done a lot of unselfish running.
He's assisted in 2 goals, but
when he's trying to put ball in it.
Yeah, moving forwards, I can't see him having a future at the club after this season.
Yeah. I'd say 4 or 5 years ago when he got that Jelavic.
Yeah.
I'd say definitely. Yes, but at the moment he's struggling a little bit. And the next part of the question is, being from Croatia, I have to ask this: rate Bilic from 1 to 10. 1 being poor, 10 being good or excellent.
It's a tough one because he's only been here a short period of time. If you base it on problem results against the big sides, you got to give him a 10.
Yeah.
That we've rolled over Liverpool twice, Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea. We should have beat Man United. All right, we had the hiccup against Tottenham. So you got that, and the fact that he made us hard to beat.
Yeah.
After that defeat against Tottenham, we went on the so-called slump.
Yeah.
which ain't a slump. And we didn't get beat.
Three clean sheets.
Yeah.
I know they didn't score, but
it's still early doors. I'm going to give him a 7.
I'm going to go 8. I'm going to go an 8 because he has a good tactical brain.
Yeah.
He knows the game.
Yeah.
He's very intelligent.
Oh yeah, you saw that. You saw that when he was a player, the intelligence he had. But the reason I'm giving him a 7 at a minute is, I said, because it is early doors.
Yeah, I mean, he looks cool and all, doesn't he?
Oh yeah,
he's cool. So.
Even wearing a
beanie out
on the suit.
Just carried it off, didn't he? Do you know what I mean? That's it. So yeah, that's our ratings of Bilic. All right, next one. Oh, this is a good one. Lewis Tucker. Would you want Zlatan Ibrahimovic at West Ham United next season on a free transfer as our marquee signing?
Yeah, don't see why not. I think a lot of clubs would want him at their club as a marquee signing. I think he would fit into the way we play. You think of the players that he'd have behind him. In Zarate, Payet and Lanzini, Song.
I know he can be a bit temperamental. And
sometimes you need that in a striker.
And I have seen games where he's, been pretty honest. But then you think what he can do.
Yeah, what he can bring. What he can bring to the game. And we're crying out for a world-class centre forward.
Yeah.
And that would be a marquee signing, a world-class centre forward.
Yeah, and he is world-class.
Yeah. So will we get him? Doubt it. But stranger things in football have happened.
I mean, I was saying to Ryan earlier, before we were talking about this, when we like strikers we'd like to see, and Ibrahimovic was mentioned. I said, would he be prepared to sit out European football? Because he's used to playing Champions League every year.
You don't know. You don't know where we're going to be at the end of this season. That's the key thing. As I said, with the way our open this season is, you can't sit there and say they're finishing top, they're finishing second, they're finishing third, they're finishing fourth.
Yeah.
The season's so open that any side in the top 10 could finish in the top 4 now.
Yeah. No, I mean,
even dropping down a couple of other places. A team goes on a good run. Look at the points difference between 11th and 4th.
No, I know what you're saying. Like, I believe that we've got the ability to sort of push up for that, but you need a guarantee to say to him, well, we're playing Champions League football next year. Here's an offer.
That's it.
If you know what I mean. I'm not saying like we're not good enough, but
it will sweeten
you need
the
something
deal.
to.
It'll sweeten the deal, but we don't know.
We'll see how it goes. But
5 years ago, would you have said we would have got a player like Alex Song?
No.
Or
Payet.
Last season, would we have got a player like Payet?
No. No, I mean, well, my attitude is cheeky, but if you don't ask, you don't get.
Exactly.
Ask. Alex Neoclaus. With Antonio on good form now, what would you do when Moses comes back?
Stick with Antonio. He's the player playing well. I've criticised him. Well, I think we've all criticised him on post-match.
Not criticism as in we don't like him or want him. We want him to do well.
We want him to do well.
A few little points.
It was. We didn't think that he could cut it. And then the goal against Southampton, the last 20 minutes against Southampton, and then
his performance today.
The performance against Liverpool was outstanding.
Yeah.
And you can't. But he's got to do it consistently now.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But on current form, Moses can sit on the bench.
Yeah, because I'm a big believer. I don't like it when someone's been playing well, and then the first, what you would consider your normal first choice, comes back, and then they drop straight away. I think if you're there on merit,
then you should.
You should stay.
Yeah. And
I mean, because like with Reid coming back, Collins and Tompkins, Collins and Ogbonna have been superb.
Yeah, so you don't.
I'd keep it at that.
That's it. They're playing well. So long as a player's playing well, you keep him in there until either he doesn't play well or he gets injured. I'd stick Moses out. But when he's due back in the next couple of weeks, Lanzini went off against Liverpool. Maybe Moses will have to come on and play on the other wing.
Yeah.
We don't know. But if Antonio at the moment deserves his place in the side, when Moses is back, Moses can sit on the bench.
Yeah.
Antonio deserves that place.
Right, this is from Jake Williams. What's your take on rumours of us trying to bring Gökhan Toure and Sam Byram into West Ham?
bringing in Byron would be a bit of a risk. You know, if you're bringing him in for a long term, a bit like Stephen Hendry, you know, bringing him in from the Scottish leagues was a bit of a risk. We haven't seen much of him, but it's a future signing. It's a signing to look at. You know, his cover for Creswell. He's someone for the future, and he could be a bit like that.
Yeah, but would he be prepared to come and sort of sit on the bench for a season?
He necessarily hasn't got to come and sit on the bench. You know, if he comes into January, he could go back out on loan. If he comes in the summer, you know, you see how his pre-season goes and you judge him well. We got to think, if we don't sign Jenkinson in the summer, we haven't got a right back. You know, we've got Joey O'Brien. You know, he's, for me, he hasn't even been around the squad. So I can't see him being our future right back. So it may be good, get the deal tied up now, send him back to Leeds on loan, let him finish the season now, and then have a look at him, see how his progression is in the summer, and then go from there. You know, it is a position we need to strengthen. With
Tompkins is covering at the minute, and so
with I don't know nothing about the other geezer that say anything about him. So
from Sonny Athe. That's it. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Where will West Ham finish this season?
Top 6.
Yeah,
top. They're definitely top 8, but I think we can push for top 6. It all depends. I know we keep saying it. All depends on injuries. If we can have a run of games without key players injured, top 6 is
I definitely, definitely. I say top 10 is what we should be aiming for.
If we finish out that top 8, for me it's a disappointing season.
8 will be, I think
8 is the lowest that I'd like to see us finish.
But I mean, when you think it's a massive improvement on last year.
Oh yeah, it is.
You know, when we went on that appalling run.
But that's the thing, the season we've had now and the way the Premiership's going, anything below 8th is a bad season in my mind. Now,
I'd like to have a decent cup run. Like, I really have a go at the FA Cup.
To be fair, if we finished 8th and got to the FA Cup final or win the FA Cup, it's a great season.
Oh yeah.
You know. But no, I think
drunk all summer. I think.
Yeah, same here. But no, it's the aim for me. I think we can finish top 6, but the aim for me is top 8. You know, 8th and above. It's a progression from last year. I know 10th would be a progression from last year, but I think we are good enough top 8, and now I think we can finish top 6.
Right, this one's from Paul Finn. It says, if you could get him on a free, would you have Ravel Morrison back? I think Slav could sort him out.
I think anyone who watches post-match point in the past, even when Rav was with us, knows I'm a massive fan. You know, the things when the goal he scored against Tottenham, as I've said it before, he could have pushed on from there and he could have become something great. You know, I'm hoping that going to Lazio, you know, he may have screwed his head back on. I'd have him back all day long. Yeah,
because I say like the regimes at the Italian clubs were a lot stricter. They say it might be the discipline that he needs. But I do hope he can, because what he brings on his day, you know, can you imagine him with Lanzini, Payet?
That's how you got to look at it. You know, you're going to bring him into a side with them type of players, especially with Payet, how skillful and how good Payet is. Morrison can be that good, if not better. You know, I'm full of praise for Morrison, apart from his attitude. He could go on to be one of England's greatest footballers. If he screwed his head on the right way. And that's the unfortunate thing that lets him down. It just seems to be, I don't know whether it's his attitude or whether he don't get on with certain people, or he has the wrong people around him. You know, maybe he hasn't got that person around him who says, you know, come on, you should knuckle down, you should do this. And Bilic could be the person that sorted him out.
Well, I mean, the thing you say, like, you don't. I mean, I can't stand some of the people I work with, especially that Nicky Hawkins. Drives me out the wall. I love him really, but no, like, I mean, I've got a cut of people work, you know, but you get on with it, you know. But that's it. It's not. But the problem is in a football team, you can't have too much of a disruptive influence. No. You know, you can have that bad boy attitude, but so long as in training and when he steps on that pitch, he's part of that team, and you can see he's part of that team.
You know, it's the difference. And he just, I don't know. There's a lot of rumours why it didn't work out when Allardyce was here. We don't know the truth. We're not part of the club. We weren't there, so we don't know. Yeah. But if it is, as the rumours say, that his attitude, I just hope that we can get him back on a free. Yeah. Even if we bring him back, 6-month loan deal. See how he is. You know, how much would it cost us to cancel his loan? I'm sure Lazio want to get him off their books. You know, I
don't think he's not been playing that much. No,
he hasn't played that often. Bring him back. Give him a go. You know, it said he's got great players now. He's got better players now to work with and to learn from than he did have when he was here last season.
Do you think it might have been there was people putting pressure on him to be the one to carry the team, or they was hoping that he could develop into that? Or
when Alex Ferguson turns around and says you're better than Paul Scholes at the age Paul Scholes, you know, at that age level, that puts a lot. You know, Paul Scholes was one of the best English midfielders. You know, we never really saw the best of him for England. Man United did. We never did for England because they kept putting Gerrard and Lampard in front of him. But it is a lot of pressure. But
maybe now he's a little bit older now. Maybe
that's it. That's what you got to hope. That's what you got to hope. And you just got to hope that he hasn't wasted them learning years of his career, them earlier stage of his career. You know?
I think going abroad to somewhere like Lazio, who are a big club in Italy, you know, it's like a cauldron there. You know, it's like a fish bowl. So hopefully that might give him an insight into, you know, a different style of football, different culture, and might bring that back, and he might have sort of matured a little bit. Yeah.
But so, I said I'd bring him back.
Yeah, I think he's so get him on a free, then have a punt. Alright, this one's from Kieran Rushmere, and it says, what are we going to do with Song if we only play 2 holding midfielders?
Keep him. He's good enough to be one of them 2 holding midfielders.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's good now. In the past, we've always had maybe a strong 11-12, and then outside of that, we get a couple of injuries and we were struggling, and we, like you say, square pegs round holes. Yeah. Now we've got a squad that we can rotate like the so-called bigger teams do.
Yeah, and the thing is, Song's not been fit for that long. You know, they're still probably watching his progression, trying to keep him fit so he doesn't pick up any more knocks or injuries. And you know, when you look at our midfield, we've now the centre midfielders we got Kiarte, Noble, Song, and Obiang. You know, Obiang coming on against Liverpool again showed that he's got the quality about him. Yeah. As an older midfielder, he's got that quality, and you know, you can't. Song's got to be signed up at the end of the season.
I mean, when he gets on the ball as well, some of the passes he can pick out.
I said we haven't seen Song in the same side as Payet and Lanzini.
Yeah, with them two making them forward runs.
Exactly. You know, Song's a player that you build a side around, in my mind. And I think, you know, we get this loan deal out of the way, get him signed up on a free, and then start looking to build the side around him, Payet.
But I think like last season, you know, like he had a poor second half by his standards. Poor second half. I'd watch, you know, some of the games and that, and it was almost like he could see the pass. He could see where he wanted to put it, but no one was making the run.
No. That's it. And the second to in the end of last, name a player that had a good end of last season.
Well, from January it was awful, wasn't we? So
you know, it looked like we had 2 different songs, but you got to think that Song first half of the season was pinging balls into Sacco, was pinging balls into Valencia. We lost them players. Yeah. You know, and Carroll come back in and Nolan come back in, and it weren't. You know, Song didn't have that pass. He weren't looking, and it was just who fit long to Carroll. You know, you can't, as much as his form dipped, you've got to look at, we lost certain players playing around him that, like you said, he's got that intelligence to pick that pass. Yeah. I said, let's be honest, a fully fit Song, would you pick Mark Noble over a fully fit Song?
I'd have Song in there. I would have Song in there.
That's it, you know, and that's it. It's the same as Kiarte. Song's a better player.
But I mean, you know, he's been at Arsenal and Barcelona. You don't play with 2 clubs like that if you
and that's it.
You haven't got something
as I said, fully fit Song, walk straight into that team.
He's from Nicky Hawkins, and it says, will Tomo ever turn up on time? If I didn't get stuck behind a bin lorry for half hour, then I would have.
Yeah, that's it.
And he's talking to me about turning up one time. The cheek of it.
Man who turned up against Liverpool, and we were with a flat tyre.
Yeah.
And I think three minutes into the game we got there in the end. But we'll let him off with that one because he had a flat tyre.
No, we'll let you off for that one. We'll let you off for that one. So that was the last one.
Yep.
So I think we'll leave it there. Thanks again, Scott.
No worries, mate. Glad to join you. Glad to be back.
Yeah. Always glad to have you in, mate.
That's it, mate.
Right, so that's it from us this week. So next week, if you want to get involved, please tweet us with the hashtag WHFTV social if you want to get a question for next week's show. Don't forget to check out our videos on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/West Ham Fan TV.
Yep.
Check out our website www.westhamfan.tv, where we've got a new store.
Yeah, our store's open.
T-shirts.
Our t-shirts.
Have a look at the t-shirt range. They're good. Designed by
Nicky.
Mr. Hawkins himself.
He's done a good job on them. Take a look.
Take a look. There's some fantastic t-shirts on there.
Yeah.
So we'll end it the normal way.
Twitter. Follow us on Twitter.
Oh yes, follow us on Twitter at West Ham Fan TV, and we'll end it the usual way.
Yep.
Come on, you Irons.